what's going on, Fit Fam? Casey here. And if you watched my previous video about a week ago, I competed in one of the largest jiu-jitsu tournaments in the country. It's been about 2 weeks now, and I did quite well. I ended up with second place. And in my first video I said that I have a couple more videos I want to do about lessons I've learned and how this could hopefully relate to you and your lives, and how hopefully through my lessons and through the things I went through, this can give you some new tools in your lives. So throughout the course of my life, I've always been somebody, when it's time to compete, I need to get angry. Jiu-jitsu, wrestling, MMA, I'm always someone for the longest time who needed to get angry in order to compete. Even in business, for a long time, I've been somebody who looks at everything as a competition amongst, other gyms and things like that, and I've always wanted to win. Luckily in business, when we win, it means we're helping more people. So in jiu-jitsu, this past tournament, I had a great conversation the day before my tournament with one of my coaches, and I was asking him how he prepares, and he actually does the exact opposite. He looks at pictures of things he cares about, people he cares about, and so he goes out on the mat, not all worked up, not all angry, instead with some clarity and calmness. And we just talked about it, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to try that tomorrow. So I went out on the mat. Before I got on the mats, I'm looking at pictures of my kids, my wife, my niece, and I'm getting real happy. I'm getting a sense of calmness. And I went out on the mats and I did really well. The difference between this tournament and other tournaments I've done and other tournaments I've done well at was how I felt after. Yes, I was physically tired, and then I'd have my next match. Before my next match, I would watch videos again, once again get that calmness, and I would go out there, clear mind, and perform pretty well. The difference between this tournament and the previous tournaments was usually by the end of the tournaments in the past, I'm mentally exhausted because I'm ramping myself up, getting myself angry, doing my match. If I won, I have another match, so I got to ramp myself up again, and it's just like these spikes of adrenaline. Then you're coming down, spikes of adrenaline, then you're coming down, and I end up exhausted, especially mentally exhausted by the end of the tournament. Well, it wasn't like that this time. And so here's what I want you to take from that. There is a certain amount of success you can have in life by proving naysayers wrong, by almost, I call it the dark side, like going to a dark place in order to get positive results. But in my opinion now, after doing this tournament, I feel like that's limited. At a certain point in time, you need to transition and start looking at how you're doing good. And even in business, like I said, early on, and I've made this transition in business, I would say a few years ago. Early on, everything was a competition. I looked at business as a competition, and the beautiful part about the industry we're in is to win means we're helping more people. And the thing is, there's always more people you can help. So instead of looking towards how we're doing compared to other gyms and stuff, I made the transition to how can I help more people? How can I be of more service to more people? Hence videos like this. And so now it's not looking at what other gyms are doing or anything like that. I'm more focused on how I could be of service, as well as our teams, to our members and our communities. So I think that's a huge transition. And I know some of you are a lot like me in the fact where you want to prove people wrong. Maybe people doubted you, so you want to show them. But at a certain point, you need to shift that. That needs to shift to where you are actually, you're forgetting about them. You've passed that point, and now it's, how can I do more? How can I be more? And especially in service for other people in my community. And that gets you up in the morning every day more excited, and you're like, okay, what else can I do? What else can I do? Like, how else can I show up for my community today, or my tribe, and help them in their lives? And so I hope you take that away from this video, and I hope you take away the fact that going to that dark place can help you to a certain point. But there needs to come a point where you transition, and it's not proving people wrong anymore. Instead, it's, I'm past that. I'm now, how can I help people? How can I focus on things I love and people I love, and show up more for them each day? Maybe you don't even own a business. You don't have to own a business to do this. You can show up for your family, your friends, your community more. How can I be more for the people I know and love each day? And I really believe that is the secret sauce, and I think that is the way more people need to look at things, as opposed to like, how do I get farther? How do I strive to be more? Instead, look at how you can show up for your community, show up for your family and friends, and you'll have that clarity, especially if you're looking at the things you're grateful for each day. You'll have that clarity, and it's like, man, I really need to show up for these people more. All right, guys. So I hope you take this lesson from me, and I hope you implement it in your lives, and I hope this has been of help. All right. So until the next one, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.